I am HistoryWes, and welcome back to the world of Otium. Today we are starting a new project. It's been a while since I've been back here to this world, and that's been for a lot of reasons. Had a little lack of inspiration for my Asian build here, and a little time crunch. There's been a lot going on. There's been a lot going on in the server here, a lot of changes too. But I think I've got some great ideas for how to expand what I've already built. And the first of those is today we want to build a second fortress like the one we have next door to us here. But this one is going to be a ruined fortress. One that has fallen into disuse and disrepair and has kind of partially sunk into the water here. So we're building first out our walkway that goes out to the fortress. The idea here is that this we've got a river going by, and we've got this pond area here. So the idea is that the land is sunk, and because it was too close to the river, and it's dragged our fortress down a bit. So here we go. We're just going to piece together what's left of a sidewalk. Now, I don't know if you've ever seen sidewalks. If you live in a place where there's a lot of rain, and particularly if it's very acidic, you know that sidewalks can be eaten up really quickly by weather, and a cobblestone walkway would be no different, if anything, more so. Okay, now we're taking back the shoreline a little bit. Alright. Just right here is going to be the edge of our fortress. And we're going to take it about 19 blocks wide. So we'll take it a little bit into the land here. Yep, and then we'll go in the other direction into this deeper water. So I think stretching out behind this area, there's going to be some more ruined buildings, and then the newer buildings will be off behind and to the right of where I'm facing now, and they will match with the newer fortress. So over time, the civilization has had to move uphill as the water has taken their buildings before. There we go. So you can see we've got a fairly shallow area, and then there's the channel of the river over there. And once I get this built, I'm going to start working on a whole series of smaller buildings that will be that'll make up the little town. We've got one little house built. And then I'll probably do the ruins of some small villages, a small village over here on the other side as well. Maybe something down in the bottom of the river. That would be kind of cool. I also want to kind of transform this biome a bit. We're here in a savanna biome, and you can see the acacia trees off in the distance. But as you can see in the foreground here, spruce trees grow just fine. So I'm going to be planting spruce everywhere and taking up those acacia trees. And I've got some ideas about how to decorate around the spruce trees to kind of give them the flavor that I want. Alright, so we've got our shape of our base. I'm going to build it up here a little bit. I'm using a mix of stone, as it's now called, not smooth stone, but just stone and stone bricks, and using a mixture of both. And mossy stone would be great here too. In fact, I might come back at a later date and replace some of the stone, especially back in this corner, with mossy stone. So this is the shape of the building, like so. So we'll just get rid of this grass. We want this area to be, I'll leave the earth in here, but I'm going to pack it down, make a packed dirt like a pathway would be. This is a good look for anything in disrepair, really. We'll replace some of these with stone and or stone bricks. There we go. And then out here, the rest of this is going to be filled in, but only partially filled in because I want a lot of gaps. Because this water has eroded away most of the floor. This corner is pretty complete, and as we stretch out, it gets more and more incomplete. Alright, so we get the floor, and now we are continuing on our walls. Now, rather than building several tiers of stone, I think I'm just going to build one base of stone. And that will be broken and holy. Not holy as in holy religious, but holy as in having a lot of holes in it. Okay. So just a reminder, the world of Otium is a Minecraft server in which all of the players share resources. It's an invitation-only server, and I feel very privileged to have been invited to join the server, and kind of chagrined that I have not been on here more doing the job of building. This is a server that is really a builder's server. The guys on here do some amazing work. And we've had a few members coming and going, so I'm not sure what the current membership is. I know Wandering Nerd is on here, and I believe he is now in charge of everything. And in the past, we've had Crafty Mantis on here, fantastic builder. Density is still on here, and Mad Dog 142, I'm sure. Oh, well, look, I have a friend here. He's look at it. That's a nice set of armor he's got. Zombie and some nice armor, and he's coming to get me very, very slowly. So I'll just continue building my walls here. And I didn't mention Aletha Prime is also a member on the server here. And so is Havoc LP Gaming and Java Dad. So I'm not sure who is currently building what again, but I need to get with the program. Not only do I need to get my own building on track, but I need to see who else is building what and if I can help them. Alright, so as you can see, this one corner of the building is going to be the most ruined area. It's the part that sticks out into the river the most. And I think that's about as high as we need to go. We are going to need some stone brick stairs to do the top edge. Oh, okay. Our zombie friend has fallen in the water. If he stays in there, he's going to be drowned. Because we are in Minecraft 1.13. And alright, so we've got our stone steps now, stairs. Let's get up here on the top and put them on. There he is, and I do believe he has become drowned. How about that? Good for you, zombie drowned. You've, you had a goal and you reached it. You became what you wanted to become. I think we should call him Herbert. Herbert the Drowned. What I should really do is I should put a name tag on him so he doesn't despawn. Okay, so we're going to bring out this lip, if you will, all the way out here. And then all the way around the other way. He doesn't seem too interested Herbert doesn't seem too interested in doing anything. I guess he's just satisfied to have become drowned, to have reached his goal. You gotta admire that. Okay. Now, normally building a fortress like this, after I put the lip in, of course, you have to build the floor inside of that, and you could build a second fortress level of stone that's one block in on all sides. So rather than 19 by 19, your next block would be, or your next level would be 17 by 17. Or you can do what I'm going to do here, and that is you can just simply start building the wood and cotton portion of the build. Here we go with our floor. And again, it's going to be ruined just like the lower level, or not just like it, because we're going to ruin it in a different way. It's going to have a big hole in the middle, and then it'll be worn around the edge, or it'll be there'll be floor around the edges that has survived. Yeah, Herbert is still there. Oh, look. Yep, he's drowned. So the floor down below has been mostly sunken down into the water, but this floor up here has been destroyed by the rain that's fallen in and dug a big hole in it. There are two ways to build a ruin. Of course, you can build a complete and new looking building and then try for tear it down, or you can build it as a ruin in the first place, which is what I prefer to do here. Although I'll be doing a little bit of tweaking as I'm done, I'm sure. Light it up so we don't have to worry about other mobs being in here if I happen to leave it overnight. I try not to do that. I try to sleep as often as I can. The server, like so many of the others, has a one-person sleep feature. Hey Herbert, how you doing? Oh, you can get right out of there, can't you? Okay. I'm not going to kill you unless you make me, so don't come at me, bro. Okay, well, he's not interested in me. He just wants to go off and live his life as a drowned in the deep water. There he goes down into the river. Bye, Herbert. Good luck, buddy. Okay. Yeah, I don't know where he went. Here you can see some of the stuff we've built before. This is our super smelter. Alright, we're back with the materials we need. Finish our floor up on this level. It's starting to look like the base of something. Thought I heard a zombie there for a minute. I did hear zombies in the base of the other fortress. Okay. So, if you were expecting to see a real pattern of weather, the majority of the actual existing smooth stones would be near the edges, and the stone bricks would be at the edges and the side furthest away from the water erosion. And the more smooth, regular stone would be near the water. And oh look, Herbert is completely gone. Now I really wish I'd name tagged him. Alright, so we've got our floor, and now it's time to put in the next level. We want our spruce pieces, just like that one, and spruce window parts, and white wool walls. But we are going to mix that up by adding some light gray wool to show discoloration from weather and exposure and lack of upkeep, etc. Alright, so we want to go up 5 blocks. And then we want to space it evenly. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll do 5 empty spaces between the pillars here on the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 there. And 5 this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 there. And that'll give us a space of 3 in the middle, and that'll work just fine. And we want to go 5 high on these, just like we did on the others. Nice. And usually I would put a cross beam at the top, but I'm not going to because that cross beam is gone. Alright, so here on the side closest to the river, we're going to place our discolored wool, our white wool here, and also at the bottom of the windows where the water has continued to seep down. And we will use spruce fence posts here. So, yep, like that. Then this one in the middle here, it won't have water close to its side, but it still has rain to deal with. So we're going to place one discolored one right at the bottom of the window. All right, so we've got our partially built walls here, and you can see now we're going to chop a few holes here and there. It's not quite ruinous enough, I don't think. There we go. And maybe just a little few pieces of the wool walls as well. Pick those up. Knock out a little more on the floor. Alright, that's what she looks like. Well, thanks for joining me here today on the world of Otium. I plan to be back soon, and I hope you'll join me. Until then, keep on Minecrafting.